Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we are playing DoorKickers 2 and we're playing CQB-03 Reverse Prison. So as you can see here, we have what looks to be more of a jail kind of situation here. We have at least 2 hostages, one here and one here. Our objectives is stop executioners from killing the hostages, which means we are somewhat on a time restraint. We also can eliminate all terrorists. We have some challenges here. We're not going to worry about those. The only one we're going to attempt to go for is clean run. While we're going through this, I am going to explain some of the tactics I'm using and some of the thought process I'm going through. But first, let's do some map recon. This looks like an administrative lobby. Okay. We have some visiting rooms here. That's what I assume the prisoners are allowed in this area. There may be attorneys or family are allowed in this one, and they'll speak with each other through these windows. Here it looks like we have some sort of sally port. And all that really means is when one door is open, the other one must remain closed. It cannot open. I'm not quite sure exactly what this is, but because of these soccer balls, some of these benches, it looks to me that this is like a recreational area. Maybe this is where they can come out to do more than just what they could do in their like day room here. Like I was saying, play soccer. Over here is what I'm assuming is what we would call day room. This is where they're going to be out most of the day. Since this is a cell-like area, it's either going to be 1 cell at a time or 2 cells at a time, which is 2 to 4 prisoners usually. I'm not quite sure what these are here for or what this room in general is for. Because there's glass looking into this secure area, I'm going to assume an officer would be in here, and this would be like a security checkpoint in a way where maybe they could watch people from here, meaning this is not direct supervision. Over here looks like a locker room type of area with what I'm assuming is like the weapons lockers here. If this were a actual jail, there would not be at least a door here. That would just be a wall. So there's no way in the world an inmate could get into this secure area. I'm assuming, because we're breaking in and these hostages are still alive, that the prisoners have not taken over this area, and rather this is like an enemy prison that we're going to go clear out. And so because of that, I expect them to have weapons. So I want to take it slower because we know we're going to experience some resistance. However, because we have hostages, I don't want to go too slow. So I want to be somewhat fast yet very defensive. So let's get straight into it. So what I'm having here is I'm having these guys get ready to fight from the doorway. We're not going to enter this room right away. We are definitely fighting through this doorway. I had him place a charge. He's going to stand back, maybe look over his buddy's shoulder for an extra gun in the fight. Once this opens, I'm expecting immediate resistance, and so that's why I'm not going in right away.
They're here!
We're going to let this breathe for just a second. Now we're going to go in and check all this dead space here. So he's going to watch both of those doors at once. He's going to clear his dead space in his corner while watching this door. Now we're still going to have some dead space right here. That's what this guy will be for. He's going to step behind orange. Cross in front of his gun, unfortunately, but it's going to be required. We'll even have him walk down here just to give us a little less crossfire. Perfect. And there, that was that dead space I was worried about. So we're taking fire from on the other side of this doorway. So I'm going to get these guys ready to kick it in. Hopefully he'll take another burst. It doesn't look like he will. But we should have the advantage because we're going to have one guy open it while the others instantly gun up. This door's open. Multiple people are fleeing through. Very scary. As we can see, both these doors are open now. Which, if this was a secure facility, it wouldn't be possible. But that just causes more problems for us. We're going to have at least one person watching this doorway. The other person's going to go clear this visiting area. Very carefully, of course. Yeah, he's slow clearing, which is dangerous. However, it's not too bad because these are very short rooms. The biggest threat is these windows. Now that we're good there, we can continue to engage the first threat, which are these open doors and all this dead space. If this was a secure facility, like I keep saying, this would be bulletproof, and so we wouldn't even have to worry about this. But I don't believe there's bulletproof glass in this game, so we're going to keep an eye on it. Just gonna step in, clear that corner, and then continue to clear the red yard. Alright, we no longer have to worry about that, so we're gonna give this guy a buddy, continue forward. Another thing that confuses me is the fact that there's 2 doors here. I just don't understand what the point of that is. Now we're getting to the cells. This is where our prisoners are going to be. I assumed everybody within these cells are going to be unarmed, I don't see why they'd have gunmen behind these locked cells. It doesn't make sense. Yep. That was expected to have at least one person in here.
Flash out.
But it looks like we have a little more than one. We're going to throw a flashbang. Since he's taking the first shots, he's going to step in. He's not going to go far because he has a lot to look out for. And then after he steps in, this guy's just going to clear some dead space from back here and flip back over and join his buddy. So he needs to check that dead space before we continue on. He's just going to make sure there's nobody hiding anywhere else. That's exactly why we wanted to check that, so we didn't get shot in the back. Now I want these guys to cross this hallway over to these cells, so it's going to make it easier to clear these cells as we walk past. So I'm going to have one person start checking, the next person's going to hold far and stepping forward, and they're just going to switch back and forth.
Thank you.
And then we got this guy unlocked, which means he can hurry and do some recon for us. Because he doesn't have a weapon and I believe there are still gunmen here, we're going to try and get him out of danger and fill this room as fast as possible to protect him. Now both of these guys are injured, so I don't want to just go running in here. What we could do is we could use our man over here to distract anybody that may be in these rooms. Since he's clearing alone, we're going to do a breaching charge with some offset. Open it. Pie it off as much as we can before entering. Luckily those guys were standing right in front of each other and lined up perfectly, or else that could have been bad. Alright, we're going to do pretty much the exact same thing here. Now my goal here is, if there's anybody here or here, they're going to hear this door explode and they're going to be distracted looking more or less this way while these guys come in and clear it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have these guys already starting to clear, right? They'll step in here, he'll clear that first room. This guy's going to cross behind him, clear the second room. Just like that, perfect. And it seemed to work because nobody died. That was a new personal best. We did that in 1 minute and 47 seconds. Let us watch the replay.
Charge in position. They're here. Flash out. Thank you.